You guys, it's Karen and I'm here to do a haul which is mostly makeup, a couple of hair care items, and I think I'll call it a chatty haul because I don't know why I'd want to tell you this, but I've just been feeling a bit flat since New Year and I wondered if any of you guys were feeling the same. I think it's maybe a natural thing, isn't it, after all the Christmas has gone and, you know, all of that kind of activity. But I feel like it's very ironic because my goals for 2020 are silly things like to smile more, to listen to music more, and to try and have a bit more self-confidence and to pay a bit more attention to myself, because I get dressed up for YouTube. You know, I put full makeup on for YouTube, I change my earrings for YouTube. Did I put earrings in? Oh no, I haven't put earrings in. I was saying that I haven't put earrings in. But I don't do that in everyday life. I do put a bit of makeup on, but not always a lot. Sometimes it's just because I'm experimenting. I never change my earrings. I never like put lashes on for sure, you know, things like that. But also to do with my weight. I'm struggling with my weight, but I totally understand that I'm not losing weight because clearly it's not important enough to me, but it's still something that bothers me. And I felt like lately my face has looked really puffy. Oh God, I'm all over the place, aren't I? What was I going to say about that? Oh yeah, I know. I was talking over on my other channel because I do the weight loss videos over on Life as a Zebra, and I was saying that I think it's important that I start buying clothes that I really like and that look flattering on me, so that I'm not just seeing lumps and bumps when I walk past the mirror, you know. So that was another part of my goal for this year, and to do kind of affirmations and things. And so it's ironic that I'm starting off the year kind of feeling not as motivated as I should be to do YouTube videos, and it's not because I don't have a subject matter, because I've got so many things I want to tell you guys, so many, but it's just every time I kind of get myself ready, I'm not happy. Like today, I'm not happy with my hair, I'm not happy with my makeup, I feel kind of pale, even though I put a self tan on. It's just bizarre, and I think that's just sometimes how you're feeling inside, and nothing actually, you know, I'm sure I don't look that bad. My haircut doesn't help. Do you remember I cut my own hair and said, oh, this bit is short, and it's just driving me crazy. But I don't want to go and have another haircut when I've only had one 2 weeks ago. You know, I want to wait until it's at least grown out a little bit and it's kind of due a haircut. Maybe that's just being stingy, but we've had so much money outgoings lately because Watson's pet insurance has maxed out. £7,000 a year. We've got a good cover, but we're at the top, and we've still got his 1 year cancer check this week. We've got more possible operations that he needs and things like that, and then the boiler's gone, and then my storage ran out on the computer. You know, so many things like that have been happening that I feel it'd be a bit frivolous to spend another £50 on my hair. I have had my Botox done, which I kind of save up for that, and I had a bit longer to save up because it was very difficult to get an appointment with him. Do you remember I had it done 10 months ago, I think it was, 9 or 10 months ago, and you guys all wanted his details, but as I said at the time, he's extremely busy. He's a full-time neurologist, and he does this just in evenings and weekends, so he's fully booked. And I finally got an appointment and had it done, but the funny thing was I had about 3 comments saying you need to hold off on the Botox before I'd had it done. And so I think that is because of the shape of my eyebrows. When I had the brown microblading, the lovely lady put a point in my eyebrow for me, you know, like she put an arch in my eyebrow basically, but it's quite pointed here. And if I don't specifically try and round my eyebrows, then they look really, really pointed. And I think that's what makes people think I've got Botox, combined with, I know you're sick of hearing this, but I raise my eyebrows when I talk. I'll put a video in just now of me without my eyebrows raised, and this is the Botox sunk. You'll be able to see my resting bitch face in all its glory, and you can see that I've still got hooded eyes, and you know, my eyebrows aren't like they are when I'm talking. I'm just really expressive. So like I said, I think it's funny that I get the most comments about the Botox when I've not had it, you know, because for me it lasts about 3 or 4 months. Some people get less, some people get a little bit more, but he was telling me that he's never known anyone to have it last 6 months, because I used to get told 5 or 6 months when I had it, but it never ever lasted that long. Anyway, it's the last few months that I've had the most comments, and no comments yet since having it done. Oh no, but I haven't done a video. This is the first video I've done since it kicked in. No, I had it done because it takes a week until it actually starts to show, 3 days to a week. Anyway, it was one of those things I just wanted to do to try and the whole getting dressed in clothes that are nice to me. I thought I'd have a bit of Botox, that will give me a little lift. I'll have a haircut, that will give me a lift. I put a nice red dye in my hair, and it just, apart from the Botox, seems to have gone wrong. Like, so the haircut's gone wrong, but the colour as well just looks like I've got roots, and I have no idea why. I didn't put it on just this bit of my hair, I put it on all of my hair, but the roots of my hair just didn't take the colour. And it's another one of these shampoos, it's called Infuse My Colour. It's just a shampoo in ruby that my mum uses actually. But anyway, the other thing I did was I went shopping, of course, and it did really cheer me up, buying a few things, and I ordered a few things online. You guys had suggested somebody called, I think she's called RawBeautyKristi, something like that. I'll try and remember and link her below. And she's really funny. I really like her, really down to earth. Anyway, she was using a couple of these items, so I ordered those. One of you had suggested the pigments from Peaches and Cream, so I ordered those. Somebody's asked me about, in fact, a few people have asked me about Trini London makeup, so I've ordered one of her Just a Touch foundations. So we'll see how I get on with that. Yeah, so this is how this came about. So let me get on, stop rambling, stop being miserable, and show you the things I've got here. Watson, by the way, is doing pretty well. He was ill over Christmas, so I don't feel like Christmas was a break. I think that's the problem. Christmas and New Year was extremely stressful for us, between Watson and all the things going wrong. Like I said, the boiler breaking, and we were sitting there freezing cold. It's just been a bit stressful. Right, I said I was going to stop moaning, so I am. Where will I start? Let me start with the hair care. No, I'll do the hair care at the end, just in case you're not interested in the hair care. So we'll start with Huda Beauty. The first thing I bought was this, and this is called, it's not called Pound Cake, that's the colour. It's Easy Bake Loose Bacon and Setting Powder in Pound Cake. And this is one of those I saw on Kristen's channel, because she said that she feels like it really smooths the skin out. And I'm really working on, at the moment, trying to get my under eye right, because I don't think I need concealer as such, but when I do put a concealer underneath, it definitely brightens it up, and I like that. I really enjoy how the finished look is if I, you know, use a concealer under my eyes. But using a concealer foundation, whatever, it's definitely sitting in my lines. So I thought that something that was a smoothing powder on top of whatever I was going to use might help. I've used this a couple of times, and I'm not just using it under my eyes, I've used it all over my face. I used it today. I like the container, it's got a little mesh in there. There is another thing you can put in it actually, but the smell is horrible. I think some people might like it, but I'm trying to think, what does it smell like? It smells like germaline to me, but it smells like germaline mixed with like violets or something like that, because I wouldn't mind if it was just a germaline smell, but it's really scented smell. And not in a nice way, because I wouldn't mind too much a powder that was scented. Maybe if it was lightly scented. This is just very overpowering. And it's okay. I haven't found it to be a miracle. I'm not like, oh yeah, my skin looks amazing, you know. It's just okay. I bought that one online from Cult Beauty, but then when I was in Edinburgh, I bought two items from Huda Beauty in Harvey Nichols. The first was this, and this is also what I had seen on Kristen's video, the Nude Light Huda Beauty palette. I think these are called Nude Obsessions, aren't they? I love the packaging. I think that's really nice, because I've got some of the little cardboard ones, but this is much nicer. I don't know how clean that will stay. Anyway, I opened this palette. It was sitting on my side, and I picked it up, and that eyeshadow flew out, and it looked as if I'd used the whole thing except the edges. You know when you've used up a powder and there's just powder around the edges? That's what it looked like. And there was chunks of the eyeshadow on my desk. It was on the desk behind me. So I managed to lift them up, put them in, and put some alcohol in and try and kind of smush it together. But obviously it doesn't look as nice. But I did use that colour, and there's so much fallout. I don't know whether it's going to be the same with the other. I can't wait to try these colours. But if there's fallout, that will really bother me. I just don't like it at all. You know, when you get to like a couple of hours after you've put it on and there's glitter all the way under your eyes, I don't like that at all. And that's what happened with that one. The mattes in here, however, are beautiful. I used that one in the outer corner and that one in my crease. And I think I tried that one as well. And they're really beautiful, really creamy and just really yummy. So we'll see. If these three have put fallout, the three shimmer colours, it's probably not going to be the palette for me. I will put the other looks on Instagram. I did put the look with that colour on Instagram, and when I use these other ones I'll put it on Instagram as well and update whether or not I've had any fallout. The other thing I bought was this Matte and Metal Melted Shadows. So it's just a stick. I'd never heard of it, but I saw them and was swatching them, and this one is just so beautiful. So I think I've got a picture of me wearing this. This one is Private Jet and that one is Shimmering Sunset. And the woman was telling me they were great. They were 12-hour wear. This colour will be interesting. I don't know whether no, I will try that. I definitely will try that on as a lid colour and see how I get on with that. But I wore that one and I just thought it was absolutely stunning. It's the brightest eyeshadow I've ever seen on my lids, you know, even against pigments. It was just so shiny. And it lasted pretty well, but I did video and put on Instagram stories what it looked like after 10 hours. And it's supposed to last for 12 hours, but after 10 hours, it was crumbling and it was irritating my eyes. So you could probably wear it for a night out and it would be okay, but I mean, it might be different on other people. It might just be my sensitive eyes were rejecting it, you know, but it did look really, really pretty. Then I bought a few things in Superdrug. I bought the lashes that I'm wearing today, which are the Ardell Wispies in 172. So I've got those on today. They're not very obvious lashes and I didn't cut them evenly. I cut one by mistake from the wrong end, so the two of them didn't look the same at all. That's typical me, that is. But these are in 172 and I did really like them, and I think I'll probably buy another pair of these and try and cut them a bit better, because these, I was watching Lisa D1 talking about her Amazon favourites, because you know how I've done that? I've got an Amazon favourites video over on the other channel, the Life as a Zebra channel. And I didn't know that you could get these from Amazon. Mind you, she's Amazon UK, but I'm going to have a look because I would be happy to try these Wispies again in 172. I also bought these ones, which are called Baby Demi Wispies. So I guess these will be more for volume because they're very, very short. I'll still need to cut these, you know, width-wise, but I'll try and be a bit more careful when I do so. What appealed to me about these, hopefully you can see, and this is what Lisa was saying, Lisa D1, is that they've got, it's not focusing very well, is it? They've got an invisible band. And that's what I like. I really did like those velour lashes. I thought they were really beautiful, but they've got a thick band and it just doesn't work for me. It ends up poking up or being obvious, and the ones with the invisible band are just much easier for me to use. I think if you're a beginner or not very good at lashes, the invisible band is much better. Then I bought the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I mentioned I might buy this. Do you remember when I was doing a Nude at the drugstore? And you can see I have used it just once. I need to use it a bit more, but I think so far so good. I'm into primers lately because I need to do a DCM haul for you, and I've got a couple of primer type things in that have been really impressing me, and this one impressed me as well. And I saw Jamie Genevieve using it as well, and I was like, and she seemed to be pretty impressed. So yeah, I was excited to get this, and it's an interesting kind of thing, you know. You really have to kind of dig your finger in, which isn't great, but it felt really nice going on. I didn't notice necessarily if my foundation lasted long. Actually, that's not true. I did look in the mirror and think, oh, my foundation's lasted pretty well, but you know, it's not a full test of this. I need to use it a bit more. Okay, then I bought this lip balm by Revolution. They didn't have any testers, but you can see the label. It's supposed to be a pink colour. What is it called now? Euphoria. So I couldn't tell if it was going to be really pigmented or not, but it's a lip balm, and so I bought it, and there's barely any colour. I don't know why it's given itself a colour, because as you can see, hopefully, there is barely any colour on that at all, but I like that. That's exactly what I wanted, so I was really chuffed with that, and I really like it. The only thing I would say is I put it on and, you know, 10 minutes later my lips were feeling dry again, so I had to grab this, but still, I don't mind. I like having a lot of lip balms, and I do really like how that feels. It feels really beautiful on. Then lastly, in Superdrug, I stopped at the Gosh counter, because Gosh are not only cruelty free, but they are vegan, and I saw this new mascara called Rebel Eyes Skinny Bee, and I could see the brush and I was very excited. You guys know that I love mascara with a thin brush. Not only that, this is a natural bristle brush, so this meets all of my criteria. It's drugstore, it's cruelty free, it's got a thin brush, it's got a natural brush, so I thought, let me see how I get on. I put it on and I thought it was really nice, but I was like, let's see how it, you know, how it removes, because if it's really difficult to remove, it will bother me. If it was flaking or anything like that, didn't flake, wasn't difficult to remove. The only thing about it, and I have never had this happen with a mascara before, is that my lashes didn't stay curled. And I'm not somebody that ever uses a eyelash curler. Actually, the only time I use an eyelash curler is on lashes that look too straight to me. I've never needed to use an eyelash curler because my eyelashes are naturally curled. They don't go straight out. They're very, very short and there's not much of them, but you know, they're normally curled. And so I put mascara on, and if you can see my lashes and they look good, that's how it's going to look for the rest of the day. With this actually seemed to straighten my lashes, which I thought was really odd. You know, like at the end of the day, I was like, have I still got mascara on? Where's my mascara gone? You know, because they'd sort of wilted and they didn't feel at all like they had mascara on. So it's almost like this wore off. And I hadn't been sitting like, you know, I did used to have a habit of sitting doing this to my lashes, and I didn't do it that much, but I don't do that anymore. And so I don't know what happened. And actually, if I'd have been doing that, it would have crumbled. So I don't know what happened. But what I thought I would do is I do have an eyelash curler. I'll use my eyelash curler, then this, and then see what happens. I don't know whether this is supposed to be, it says precision mascara, but I don't know if the idea is it's just for the bottom lashes. A lot of people use these skinny mascaras for that, don't they? But we'll see how I get on. It was a real disappointment because I was like, no, I absolutely love this. But the only other thing I could hope then is that I can find a mascara where I can put this brush into it. But it's not that simple. There are always different size of openings, different length of brush, so you can't get it in because it won't go down far enough, or it will go too far and you can't close. Yeah, I've tried that. I've still got a whole bunch of mascaras to see if I can figure that out. Also from Gosh, I bought a lip liner in, this is in Angel Kiss, I think, yeah, 006 Angel Kiss. This is as close as I can get to the Too Faced Perfect Nude. I can't get this quite as sharp as I want. That's the only downside to it, but it's very creamy. It goes on really nice. It lasts really well. It's a really nice colour. And so, yeah, it's one I've used before actually. And then this, I bought this lipstick in 134 because what I really wanted was a moisturising lipstick, and I don't have anything in that kind of corally type colour. It's not a strong coral, I know, but I have got a NYX moisturising lipstick, I think, and they don't do it anymore, and my one has all cracked, but it was really nice to put on top of my liquid lipsticks, and so I thought this might be a good one to put on top of the Caramello when I had a kind of peachy type makeup going on. So we'll see. Feels really lovely on. It's not one I'd use on its own though. Oh, I think I did. I think I might have a picture of me where I used the lip liner, you know, like really thickly, and then put the lipstick on top. Final makeup items I was so excited about, and they are from, well, the website wasn't called Peaches and Cream. I can't remember the name of the website, but the pigments are Peaches and Cream. And I've only got 2 of them here to show you. They're absolutely stunning colours. But the reason I've only got 2 here to show you is because they were so terrible that I nearly didn't do any video in today at all, because I did my eyeshadow with one pigment and there was so much fallout. I just had glitter all over my face and barely any eyeshadow on, you know, barely any colour from these. It's almost like they're, like that's pink glitter rather than any actual pigment. And so I took my makeup off and tried another one, and it was just as bad. And so I took that off, and then I used the one I've got on just now, which wasn't quite as bad at all. It's the Nude one. This is just called Nude. And it was more of the kind of pigment that I was expecting. These are more like a sort of top coat pigment, I think, but with so much fallout that I could actually see little dots of pigment because it had gone into my eye, you know, dropped onto my lashes and inside my eye. So, oh, it just looked absolutely terrible. So they're not ones I would recommend, unfortunately, because this Nude Beach is the only one that I bought as a single. The rest of these were in a kind of set, and so I think they're all the same. I also bought their pigment drops and their eyeshadow base. Is it eyeshadow base? Yes, eyeshadow primer. And I tried both of these with the pigments and it didn't help at all. So unfortunately, it's not something I can recommend. This colour I've got on is nice, but it's, I think I've got, you know, eyeshadows like this. It's not something that would make it worth me using a pigment, because I've got colours I think that are this bright, you know. That's everything for makeup, and I've just got 2 hair care things to show you. I bought 2 conditioners because I talked about this in my best of 2019 hair care, and typically I went to link it for you guys and it wasn't on the Boots website. There's nowhere else I can get it from because it's a Boots own brand, and so I had a suspicion from there that that they aren't going to do it anymore. So I went into Boots when I was in town, and they do have another, it's not Sun Swim and Gym, but it is a Sun Swim and Gym range. I can't remember the name of it, but they had another conditioner in different packaging, and it smelled like coconut. This smells like argan oil, and this is really runny. That one was really thick. So they've obviously got rid of this one. There was none on the shelves. They still do the shampoo, they still do the leave-in treatment, but they don't do the conditioner anymore by the looks of it. So I was on the hunt again for a conditioner, because that's kind of my holy grail. And I bought this. This was on sale. Again, I don't know if that means that they're not gonna be doing it anymore, but it's the Soap and Glory Get a Smooth On Smoothing Conditioner. I really, really like this. I love the smell of this. I love how it makes my hair feel. It makes my hair feel really, really super soft, but it doesn't last. You know, like my hair gets tangled again in a day or so. And so I also bought this. This is the Herbal Essences Hello Hydration Conditioner. I hadn't bought this for a long, long time, but I have tried it in the past and enjoyed it, so I thought I'd give it a go. So I used this yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday or the day before? Either yesterday or the day before I washed my hair and used this, and so far so good. It feels nice and soft, not weighed down. I used a ton, as I always do. I like the smell. Herbal Essences is cruelty free. All good. That's everything for today's haul and chat. Apologies if I was looking at the viewfinder. I've noticed I'm getting a habit of doing that, and it must be really off-putting when you're watching. But let me tell you what I've got on makeup wise. My foundation is the Insta Moisture from Kiko in 1.5N. I think I look really pale, but it's actually quite a dark colour. I suppose it's just the lights. On my eyes is that pigment I told you about in Nude by Peaches and Cream. Then this lipstick is a MAC one called Relentlessly Red. I've got 4 reds from MAC. I've got Lady Danger, Relentlessly Red, Ruby Woo, and All Fired Up. And I never wear them. And I never wear them because I'm not a great lipstick lover, red lipstick lover, but they've all kind of got a sentimental value to me. One of them I wore to the first kind of VIP event I ever went to, and it was the first time I'd wore red lipstick actually, and I just felt really confident in it. But I don't ever get that nowadays, but I thought I would put a red lipstick on and see how I felt, you know, and I prefer to use an actual lipstick, a matte lipstick, than I do a liquid lipstick if I'm going to wear red, weirdly. On my cheeks is the Buxom blush in Havana. It's the Wanderlust blushes in Havana, and I think that's everything, isn't it? Because I forgot to put earrings on. Yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.